Hey, what's up, guys? The Theironhulk is back with a Hot Toys review. We've got the Assassin's Creed 2 Ezio Auditore 12-inch scale figure. I primarily got this guy mainly because I'm in the Assassin's Creed fever right now, and I knew that once this guy hits the States, he's gonna go out pretty fast. So yeah, I had to pick this guy up. I got him off of Corner Store Comics. They are based in Anaheim, California, so I live more or less closer to them than most online toy stores that sell hot toys. So yeah, quick look at the box. Really cool. Fits the style of Assassin's Creed. You know, it's got that pure white look of it. Got a picture of Ezio over here. Kind of a very standard picture. You see this picture of him in most Assassin's Creed stuff. Nice side, very similar to the Resident Evil video game masterpiece. It's got the magnetic window, very similar. Got a small bio of Ezio. Just talks about what his role in the game. So yeah, great box. Nothing new, nothing special, but still really cool. So let's move on to the figure itself. So here we have Ezio Auditore out of packaging and somewhat assembled. Yeah, when I opened him, I guess I had two different reactions. A wow reaction just by the look of his clothing. It's amazing the way Hot Toys put this guy together. And then sort of a oh. If you look real close, lots of the clothing has stitching sticking out. Lots of just small strings just hanging out. And I know it's a small figure, so the clothing is going to be very difficult to make, especially for a somewhat mass-marketed figure in the U.S. But overall, I mean, look at this guy. He looks straight like they ripped him out from the video game. And yeah, just amazing detail to the clothing, just to everything, really. Now, of course, he's not like 100% true to the look of Ezio. They did base this look of the Hot Toys Ezio off of a production photo. It was not the final look of Ezio, but more or less it's the same look. But yeah, there are some differences that they did in the final version of Ezio. But still, a very nice looking figure. One thing to note, I did take him apart because he did come looking a little fluffy. He wasn't exactly as slimmed down as he looks here. His clothes were kind of bunched up and he just looked really chubby. So I took some of his clothes off and sort of, just checked out why was he looking so chubby. And then I discovered that the true type body on this guy is actually kind of a modified version of the regular true type. The only real mods that they did was they made his arms skinny, like extremely skinny, so that his clothing can look, realistic and not really fat and overdone. So it's got that kind of loose feel to it, which is really awesome. And great for posing, because if his arm were bigger, his arm would just look really fat with this on. So they did pretty smart thing. Another change is his ankles. they actually are extended so that the boot, which is actually in two different pieces here. You got the boot and the top part. It can be extended a bit, so he is a bit taller because of that, which is very cool. And I guess one other change is his neck. There is no attachment for the second piece. It's just all one part, very much like Wolverine and Royce and all those characters. It's not the same body, but yeah, you can only move his head and not the rest of the neck. So yeah, it would have been nicer if you can move his neck lower and have him be in the praying stance. But, well, you can't really do everything with this figure. Yeah, so overall the detail is beautiful. The cape amazes me. It's actually on a wire, and you can pose it all you want. You can straighten it out. Very nice cape. It's very good for if you're the type of guy that likes to pose your figures in really crazy stances, and this cape is fantastic. Here's Ezio's blade. Very awesome. You can see the crazy detail that Hot Toys did with this. One thing to note, this is not a retractable or detractable blade. It's kind of how like Berserker's blade works. You just attach it. A bit disappointing because I'm pretty sure Hot Toys could have done something fun with this and give it more of a cool gimmick. So I'm a little bit disappointed because this is a whole separate piece right here, and they could have done something really fun with it. But it's just an attachable blade, so yeah. I mean, I'm not really complaining. It's still really nice. His center piece here on his waist is really beautiful. They did a fantastic job replicating that. Here's his second blade. It's oh, and there goes his hand. I guess you can see the blade better now. Yeah, the blade's really nice. I think it's the same blade as the other one. This one is a bit duller, if that's a word, with the colors. It's just pretty much all gray. And yeah, well, I guess we can note here that his glove has an extra piece of nice vinyl, or whatever you want to call this. So yeah, it is vinyl. So that's cool. To continue with Ezio's weapons, he comes with a few throwing knives or daggers. They're really tiny, but they do fit in his hand. They're these little tiny throwing knives. They're really neat though. He comes with 6 of them, and they fit into this these little pouches perfectly. So yeah, neat, very nice addition. I'm not going to pose them with the knives out. They look nice with. Some of the other weapons that Ezio comes with is his sword. I'm not sure if it's a Templar sword, but the detail is amazing on it. It's really a medieval looking sword. It's like Highlander, if you've ever seen that movie. Pretty neat. Sean Connery is in it. And yeah, bad impersonation of Sean Connery. So yeah, it's a cool sword. He also comes with his dagger. Looks more like a knife to cut cake, but it's pretty neat. And besides that, he doesn't really have anything else weapons-wise. I mean, I thought it would be cool if he came with a whatchamacallit, the crossbow. I thought that would be really neat if he came with that. And some of the Templar weapons I thought would be cool too. But, you know, I guess you can't have everything. Let's take a look at the boots, because to me, that's like the best part of this figure. So the boots are in two parts. So you got the main part of the boot here, the shoe area, and then you got the top part, which is of a really soft rubber, really nice. And so posing him is amazing because you don't have to worry about having stiff articulation. So for articulation, he does have the standard true type body with the custom parts that I showed you guys. But I do have an issue with Ezio. And this is just Hot Toys being cheap with their true types, I guess, now. The articulation is fine, except for this leg right here. Tell me if you can hear this. Okay, that's not cool. Especially for a $130 figure. $130 for this figure. I do not expect the joints to be like this. That's not right. While it's a small complaint because it's not really doing anything to the figure, it's still not cool. Because this leg is much looser, and this leg is just completely stiff, and I have to put a lot of effort into moving it. And I'm not sure over time, it might just break, it might just snap off, you know? So I'm not sure if I should call Hot Toys about this problem. I'm just not sure what to do. So yeah, that's probably my biggest gripe of the figure, and it's not even the figure, it's just the stupid leg that's causing issues. So let's take a look at the head sculpt here, because I actually, when I saw the in-hand photos of the figure, wasn't really that impressed with Ezio's head sculpt, but when you see it in person, take off the hood, it is truly awesome. It looks just like him. He's got that Italian look to him, and it looks great. He's got the usual just Hot Toys shiny eyes. Everything just looks fantastic on this guy. Ezio comes with his ponytail separately in packaging because the hood is so tight to the back of his head that it would just look really funny. So you just have to attach it to this, not sure if you guys can see a small peg. So you just attach it like so. Pretty easy stuff. And there you go, you got his ponytail. So I'm not sure how many people are going to have him without his hood. I prefer him with his hood on because that's more iconic type, you know, stealthy look to it. But yeah, very nice, beautiful figure. And the hood, people are talking about the hood and that you know, they don't like the way it looks, and they say, oh, put water on it and stuff like that. All I do is I just kind of go like this with the hood, and it looks pretty good. But yeah, beautiful figure. If you're a fan of Assassin's Creed and you're not really happy with NECA's version, definitely pick this guy up. I know Square Enix is coming out with their version, but that's only in his black Master Assassin attire. If you just want regular Ezio, just grab this guy. Just watch out for Hot Toys' crappy quality control. I mean, this really pissed me off. I mean, look at that. Alright, so I might even call Hot Toys and ask for a new body. I'm not sure. We'll see. So, yeah, guys, thanks for watching my review. And, yeah, happy Thanksgiving, happy holidays, and I will see you guys again soon. Alright, adios.